Hello and welcome to another FPL video. Now the season is almost upon us, which means that fantasy football is almost back as well. Now today we're going to be looking specifically at captaincy choices for Game Week 1. Who are those players who are going to be best to captain for that Game Week 1 fixture? Now if you're looking forward to the new season, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it will really help me out. And without further ado, let's go straight into it. So the first player we have here is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And it goes without saying that this guy is an absolute baller. He's the stud. He's the main guy in that Arsenal side. They're playing a sort of three up front in the minute, but Aubameyang is the one you know who is going to play. Now, could he be linking up with Willian, who's just come in? Who knows? But we know Aubameyang has had an incredible pre-season. He's banging goals in for fun. He scored a lovely goal in the Community Shield as well. And also, Fulham themselves aren't too great defensively. They did keep the second most amount of clean sheets in the Championship, so maybe something to consider. But it is the Championship, and obviously teams are going to get many more clean sheets than they are in the Premier League. Now, in the last 4 meetings, Arsenal have scored a total of 14 goals. And if you're captaining Aubameyang, you'd definitely be hoping for this to continue. I can see them putting away plenty of goals. I think Aubameyang will be at the centre of that. He is a quality captaincy option. Next, we have Mohamed Salah. Now, there has been a lot of talk about Mohamed Salah, whether you should go for Mane instead, and that Salah maybe has dropped some poor form. However, in the last 3 seasons, he has had the same amount of big chances. He's only scored a couple of fewer goals. At the end of the day, last season he got 29 contributions in 38 games, still a very high amount of contributions. And at Anfield, he returned 16 times out of 19 times at Anfield. So basically, if you captain Salah every game at Anfield, you're almost guaranteed a return. And against newly promoted Leeds as well, who, you know, may have a little bit too much confidence at the minute. We've not really seen what Leeds can properly do in the Premier League yet. However, I'm backing Salah. He's on penalties, and I think he's going to have a great first game week. Now we move on to a name, maybe a little bit more of a differential, but a player I've seen in plenty of people's teams, over 30% owned, is Timo Werner, with that first fixture against Brighton. Brighton, not too bad of a defensive side. They got rid of Shane Duffy, but have brought in Ben Mitchell. And Brighton pre-season, they've looked pretty decent defensively as well. Their sort of main man at the back, Lewis Dunk. Now, Timo Werner scored 28 goals and assisted 8 last year in the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig. He was also their main penalty taker as well. So could he be on all of the penalties? Who knows? But with Jorginho likely not to play, Timo Werner could be the man to step up and take the penalties. And I just think Timo Werner, a great option, very good going forward. Some people call him the tap-in merchant, but it doesn't matter in FPL how he scores, it just matters that he scored. He's had a solid pre-season. We saw him linking up with Ziyech in the pre-season and scoring an absolutely wonderful goal. And I think he could definitely be a very, very good option come Game Week 1. Next, we have Harry Kane for Spurs, who have an incredible run of fixtures up until about Game Week 8. But we're specifically looking at this Game Week 1 fixture. Pre-season, or not necessarily pre-season, but towards the end of last season, Harry Kane was on absolute fire, and you'll definitely be hoping he can continue that form into the new season. I definitely think he can. Also, Spurs against Everton, in their last 15 games, they've not actually lost a game. So you can almost guarantee that Spurs are potentially going to win this game, and I think if they're going to score goals, it's going to be him or maybe Son who are going to be at the centre of it. And the final option we're going to be going for here is Jamie Vardy. Now, I've been going for pretty much all the big attackers up front. Quickly, before I go on to Jamie Vardy, I'd like to shout out a couple of players who you could potentially go as a differential. Now, I think Haller, an interesting one there, but he's actually been playing through the middle for West Ham. Antonio's now on the left wing. Before I would have gone for Antonio, but Haller now going through the middle for West Ham could be a very good option against Newcastle, who have been defensively poor throughout their pre-season, getting battered 5-0 by Middlesbrough. You could also look on that return side for Callum Wilson, who's just joined for Newcastle against West Ham, who themselves are very poor defensively as well. But yeah, moving on to Jamie Vardy against West Brom. West Brom only kept 14 clean sheets last year in the Championship. Now, we have seen from West Brom previously, when they have been in the Premier League, that they've been incredibly defensive-minded side. Will they kind of continue that mantra we saw under Tony Pulis before when they were in the Premier League, that they played that kind of long ball style with Charlie Austin up front? I'm kind of expecting the same. However, Jamie Vardy, the Premier League's golden boot winner last season, and there's really no reason why he can't continue to do so. He looks like he's still got the pace, he's still got the sharpness, he defies all the stats. Whenever he gets in front of goal, he's a clinical finisher. He only needs that one chance, and I think Jamie Vardy, with the fixtures he's got, but especially against this West Brom side, Jamie Vardy and Leicester can punish this newly promoted West Brom side. Now, if you have enjoyed this quick little captaincy best options video, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Subscribing really does help me out. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, hopefully before Christmas. But yeah, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it would really help me out. And if you have enjoyed, hit that like button as well, and I'll catch you in the next one.